So Canada's tripping. Canada could soon eliminate best before dates on food items to address food waste. What the fuck are we doing, What are we doing, bud? What are we doing out here? Do you know how many companies try to get away with cutting corners when in terms of food to save money? And their thing is, if no one gets sick and you get away with it, we're going to keep doing it. And if a small percentage of people get sick, you can't really sue us because exactly. So imagine if the best before dates, the reason why they even have that, right, is so that product can keep getting, like, there's a cycle to all the product. If you remove best before dates for food waste, do you know what that's going to cause? Companies are going to start giving other people shit product, garbage. Because shit that, right, you're trying to limit. So the best before dates are done, are gone. There's no best, I can give you shit product, borderline rotten product that you could still use for the day, but you can get away with. That's what these niggas are going to do. I work in a kitchen. I work in restaurants. I receive produce all the time. When you receive produce, sometimes the produce company, they try to get away with giving you some bad batches of shit. So if you remove the best before shit, that's even worse. So it's not only going to affect when you go to the grocery store, when you go out to eat too, when you go to the restaurants, everything. All your food is going to be old ass food. And you can't do nothing about it. You can't sue. The best before date was like a safety net. It's a safety net for everybody. Everyone checks the best before date. Okay, I'm good. That was like the safety net, the legal safety net that everybody had. If you remove that, companies aren't going to give a fuck. Do you know what capitalism is? Capitalism, if a company does not make, and these are corporations. If a corporation does not make more money, any company, if they don't make more money than they did last year, right? Whoever is running the company, they can get the boot. And then they put someone new there. And that person who's new has a fire under their ass to make them even more money. So what do? They pinch costs. They fire people. This is what happens. This is business. So when you remove the best before shit, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? And you're trying to cut food waste. You're trying to cut costs. When you cut costs, you're cutting corners. What happens to the quality of what happens to the quality of the good or the service that gets cut or whatever the case may be, or that gets a new model gets re-implemented that's crappier than the older one. What happens? Shittier product. Shittier service. That's what's gonna happen. When you cut costs on the TTC, what happened to this is the Toronto Transit Commission. What happened? What happened? Stabbings happened. So many people were getting stabbed. People were getting set on fire. A bunch of shit was. Nigga, I did not step foot on the TTC, my nigga. I said, hey, yo, y'all are cutting costs on the TTC. It's already fucking crackhead central on there sometimes. And you're telling me now I can't even trust the TTC. I can't even walk in there to feel a little bit safe that you guys have some type of security measures that when you walk in, okay, this guy's a little bit fucked up. Let's not let this guy, none of that shit. Y'all ain't, but when the TTC needs some money though, y'all will put a bunch of those fair inspector people for like a couple months and then they're gone. Rack up a bunch of money, then they're gone, right? Like, be consistent, my nigga. Be consistent is what I'm saying. Anyways, when you cut costs anywhere and you're trying to manage food waste, okay. So what about that law? What about those laws that we have where if me, right? Me, let's say I have an event that happens like at the Metro Convention Center, right? People, unless it's like a food vendor or something like that. If I'm catering, like serving catering food, I have to bring that shit back to the kitchen. I can't give it away, and I can't give it to people. I can give it to staff, but I can't give it away, give it to people. You want to know why? Because if someone gets sick, right, and then they sue, and then now we're fucked. I could have, now here's the thing, all that food, I could have gave it away to some people. I could have fed some people. But no, I can't do that, because if someone gets sick, we can get sued, and now my life's ruined. All because I wanted to do something good. No good deed goes unpunished. What about the grocery stores? That after the fucking best before date, they throw out all the fucking food. And when they throw out the food, even though the food is still good, why are grocery stores allowed to lock this shit and not give it away? Why can't they not give it away? Why? Because if someone gets sick, they can get sued. So I guess I know what they're saying, right? They want to remove the best before date. So even if shit goes past its best before date, but it's still good, you could still sell it. They're trying to make it legal for that, to decrease food waste. But why don't you just let people have the food that people are throwing away that's still good? Why don't you set up programs where all that food that's gonna go bad, that's about to go bad, quote unquote, why don't y'all get all that food, right? Collect all of it, and just have like food bank stations. Set them shits up. If you really want to cut food waste, it's gonna cost money, but set them shits up. You can work with all them food banks that are currently out there right now. There's all those food banks. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't name them off the top of my head, but like Salvation Army, them motherfuckers like that. Food banks. Just link up with them. Have them as like food stations where people can go pull up, and there's constant food being get every week. They're gonna get new food because every week something's going beyond the expiration date. Boom. You're getting fresh food every week, and people can just pull up and get the food there. You know what I mean? And then if you don't want, boom, the best before, But then guess what happens? Right? Some people are gonna be like, oh, why am I gonna buy groceries when I could just go get the best before shit? But here's the thing: the best before shit is not gonna be shit that you want, right? It's not gonna be your pick of the litter. It's gonna be shit that's already there, shit that they have, right? So it's still gonna work out, even if you think, oh, we're gonna lose money. If you want to cut food waste, you're gonna have to give some food out for free, my G. But instead, you wanna affect people's health and fuck up people's lives and shit, because because I'm telling you, there's gonna be companies that are gonna start giving out bad food, giving out bad shit that's borderline rotten. Where the moment I give it to you, it's over, it's done. Khalas, you bought it, it's out of my hands. If you choose to serve that food now, and let's say the expiration date is tomorrow, if you serve that food after tomorrow, that's not on me. It's not on me. And I don't have to tell you anymore, because the fucking best before date's gone. So you have to be able to tell if the food, like, that's a slippery fucking slope is what I'm saying. The best before shit just gives you okay, this is, you know what, sometimes you look at the best before and you just throw it out. You just like, it's a good safety net. And if you get rid of that safety net, I'm pretty sure these companies are going to cut corners. People are going to get sick. And it just makes no sense. If you want to really cut food waste, let people have the food. People are wasting food because it's getting thrown out. Let people have the food. And have some laws in place where if someone gives out food and you receive the food, now it's on you. Have some shit like that. If any company is donating food or is giving out food, have a law where if you get sick, nigga, you can't fucking sue, you can't complain. Have some clauses like that in place. Duh. COVID happened, y'all niggas changed shit up so quick. Made me a third-class citizen. So, like, what are we gonna do here? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's what I'm saying. That's my final message. Hopefully, they don't do it because it makes no sense. And maybe I might be wrong. Who knows? I could be wrong. But right now, to remove the best before date, I'm moving, bro. I like fuck this. I'm going back to Africa, dog. I'm going back to Africa, man. I'm done. I'm gonna rack up a bunch of money here. And by rack up, all I need is a quick $250,000. Go over there, flip that. I'm living like a king for the rest of my life with a plot of land, bro. Fuck out of here. I'm done with this bullshit, dog. Yeah. Holy, maybe I have like a condo here or like a crib here that I come through in the summer. And then once it starts getting cold, phew, gone, bro. Cause I still love Toronto, but it's just like, there's so much bullshit. Like, hopefully in the next few years, like this shit will iron out a little bit, balance. I like balance. I don't mind if there's a little bit of fuckery here, a little bit of fuckery there, but I like balanced fuckery. You know what I'm saying? I like balanced fuckery. But when it's just getting too much fuckery over here, now I'm getting uncomfortable. And especially if I'm already on the over here side and I'm looking at them like, nah, I'm usually on your side, man, but what the fuck what are you doing, man? What are y'all doing? Like, I like to consider myself like liberal and all that, but now I'm in the middle now. I'm literally in the fucking middle. In the middle. There's some topics I'm leaning conservative. There's some topics I'm leaning liberal. So it's like I'm in the middle, nigga. I'm a Pepsi. Should I? All right, man. But yeah, fucking. I think that's all. But like, yo, think about it. Just think if they remove it, and why, and also the inflation, food price is going up. Everything. Why not lower the price for food so more people, so we can buy more food? Therefore, we can have more food in our cribs, and therefore there's less food waste. There's that. There's already a couple apps where like if there's like food that it's too good to what's the app called? Shout out to these guys. It's called Too Good to Go. It's not an ad, but Too Good to Go. These guys, they collect food from like Tim Hortons and all that, like Metro, and like they'll have like a pastry bag with just a bunch of pastries from like Tim Hortons that they're gonna throw out, but they're selling it to you, so they're gonna throw it out that day, basically. By a certain time, you have to get it. You know what I mean? So it's timed food, and once you buy it, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. That's what you should be doing. Sell that food they already do it at the grocery store. They sell it at a discounted price, 50% off. Why not just have the grocery stores create food banks? The grocery stores create another different branch of a grocery store that has the items that they're just about to throw out, have them there, have them discounted prices and everything, and rotate them bitches every week. Something like that. There's so many things y'all could do, man, to work around this food waste shit, but y'all don't want to do it. The lazy way is remove the best before shit, and therefore make it a little bit of a free-for-all. Meaning, if the best before date is gone, I could sell the product. I could leave it on the shelves longer. But then what about the people that are making more product? So now you're backlogging more product. The product that is the freshest, that needs to come out in the next few days, it's gonna take them longer for it to come out. So you're just gonna have more food. So the production is gonna be fucked up too. So there's gonna be production hiccups and everything too. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a food expert. I'm nothing like that. But I'm going off of working in the restaurant industry, seeing the grocery. I worked in grocery stores. It's just seeing that thing, that type of vibe, connecting the dots and everything like that. To me, it makes no sense. I was told the best before date was for the grocery stores, so they know, okay, this is done, take it off the shelf, put in a new, right? That's what best before was basically there for. If something is beyond the best before date, you're not allowed to sell it, Because if the person gets sick, then that's what the safety net is there for. But if you have a shop where most of the shit is beyond the best before date, and people know that walking in there, and whenever you buy something, people know that you have to sign something, whatever the case may be, then that will be perfect. That will work out. Because one, you can make some money off of it, and two, people are buying food at discounted prices and people are still going to get food. However, you just got to tell them this is when it expires. You got to eat this in 2 days or freeze it. That's what you got to have signs everywhere. You got to have waivers, that type of shit. It has to be that type of vibe. Become a member. Fuck it, become a member. So then you can record how many people that actually that need this service, and then you can create a better service. There's so many ways to deal with this shit, but y'all ain't thinking, y'all don't hear me though. Hopefully this goes viral and people can hear it, and then the government will call me, because I have so many ideas to conquer food waste. So many ideas. I can go on and on and on and on.